It's time now for latest in local news. In the news, the Jessup City Commissioners met Tuesday evening for their regular council meeting. Good crowd on hand with many people in the audience on hand to speak against the rezoning of property on Palm Street from R1 to R3 as a developer from Hinesville, Georgia, Josh Wither, was on hand proposing to build 64 lots, single-dwelling homes ranging in price from $220,000 to $240,000 each. This property near a church, and Pastor Justin Mitchell on hand addressing the council, saying he's had no meetings with the developer, but the church would like the property to remain zoned R1. Here was the pastor answering questions from the council at last night's meeting.
For this, because of your congregation, there will be more people added to your congregation.
We are for a subdivision. We just have concerns about the number of homes with the traffic. This is a big issue that was brought up to me ever since you and I spoke also. I honestly didn't take it.
I appreciate everything. Y'all do a lot.
Yeah.
But in our conversation, that actually I was going back and forth, and the builder agreed to everything you said. In addition to that, he also agreed to have the anyone who bought property on there to do a property disclosure so that they understood they were building by a church, and the outreach and ministry others, they couldn't complain because they understood that.
I haven't heard that, but I mean, I appreciate
I
that.
talked with Jordan, wasn't it? But
I know there was a 6-foot fence that was proposed, and we never agreed to any of that. I haven't been privy to that conversation. We've made it, I think in our original conversations with you, we would like to see an 8-foot commercial.
Mr. Cox will ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Reverend, let me preface my question by saying thank you for what y'all do. I know even the toy drive, we were not able to handle it. I mean, I think we'd be here all night listening to the positive things that your church does, and we appreciate that. But cutting to the chase about a buffer fence and all that, would it be your request that this property adjacent to you stay R1, or what would be your preference to whether it's
Our preference would be it would stay R1, but if you guys made the decision for it to go R3, we would like for that fence and that buffer.
The church's position is they would like it to stay R1.
Yes, sir. That's what they've expressed to me.
Several others spoke opposing the rezoning. Again, the final say of the council itself. Commissioner Tim Cockfield says he hasn't spoken to anyone in favor of the rezoning, and here he was making the motion to simply deny the rezoning request.
The city's had zoning for years, and I look at it that we have an obligation. Commissioner House likes to say we have an obligation to protect and serve. Well, the whole purpose of zoning is to protect the neighboring, landowners, so if you go build a big fine home, somebody can't put something else, a convenience store beside it. And so,
They could put a dog store beside.
I haven't heard 80-90% opposed to it. I've heard 100% of the people I've talked to are opposed to it. And I'd venture to say, is there anybody in the room other than the developers that are for this project, for rezoning? Is there anybody in favor of R3? I mean, when the motion's in order, I would motion based on the request and the wishes of the people. I mean, that's who we're here to serve. I think the mayor hit it down on it. We serve the people. And I just don't think there's any doubt what people want. When the motion's in order, I'd motion to deny.
And I would second that motion.
I have a motion to deny from Commissioner Cockfield, second. From Commissioner Stanley. Is there any discussion on the board? Any discussion?
So a yes vote is to deny.
Yes, make that clear. A yes vote will be to deny the petition. Ms. Rhonda, would you comment?
Commissioner Cockfield?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner House?
Yes.
Commissioner Harvey?
I'd like to say something before I vote. I think that's in order, Richard.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Motion on the floor.
I have looked at this with Bob's story that he tells, and I agree with him 100%. I've known him for years. I'm not willing to go along with this against the thing. It's changed y'all's whole plans. So I'm going to vote yes to Cockfield's.
Yes, to deny?
Commissioner Armstrong?
Yes.
Mr. Schuman?
Yes.
Okay. Motion is failed, 6-0.
And once again, the request to rezone the property to R1 was denied by a unanimous 6-0 vote last night by the City Council. Other action, the board approved Police Chief Perry Morgan's request to purchase vehicles for the department, Dodge Charger and Durangos for the drug unit, cost around $322,000. They approved the purchase of a valve for the treatment plant, that cost $46,634. They approved the city manager's request to increase purchase limits for her and her department heads. Department heads increased from $1,000 to $2,000 without approval by the city manager or the council, and the city manager is from $10,000 to $20,000 without council approval. City also rolled back the millage rate. They went from 5.392 to 5.101. Let's look at your Tuesday city council meeting. The county commissioners are set to meet tomorrow night, Thursday night, 6 p.m. in courtroom C. On their agenda, Derek Duncan on hand with the annual forestry report. Under citizens' concerns, Patricia Ann Varnador talk about an RV park and health department. New business, consider and approve nominees for the Board of Registrar. Consider and approve employee merit grade and step scale for 2023. Consider and approve bids for Elmer Road construction, and consider and approve contracts for EMA with Crowder Golf for 70-hour road clearing, removal, and disaster. Consider and approve public defender indigent services contract. Consider and approve contract for transit in Heart of Georgia Altamont Regional Commission for DHS services. Consider and approve resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the Georgia Department of Transportation for public transit. Consider and approve resolution levying county taxes for the year 2022. Consider and approve amending the fiscal year 2022 general fund budget through ARP for the sheriff equipment and also for E911 equipment. And consider and approve bids for Robert Hunter Circle property. Several board appointments, items with the administrator, items with commissioners. All that's set for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in courtroom C. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. It's election year 2022, several important dates coming up. Again, the last day to request an absentee ballot is Friday, October 28th. Early voting will begin Monday, October 17th through Friday, November 4th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center on 644 North 4th Street. There's also going to be a couple of Saturday votings during the period, one held on Saturday, October 22nd, the other October 29th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Hall Richardson Recreation Center, and the election day is Tuesday, November the 8th. If you've changed your name or your address since you last voted, they ask you please update your file by coming into the registrar's office, filling out a change of address form. You can also go online with your Georgia driver's license at www.mvp.sos.ga.gov to register to vote, update your name or address, view your precinct, your polling place, and view a sample ballot on the candidates who are running it for office in your voting district. And the general election is set for November 8th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at your precinct polling place. Deadline to register to vote for this upcoming election is Tuesday, October the 11th. If you have any questions, concerns, please contact the registrar's office. Their number is 427-5950. Wayne County Historical Society set to meet tomorrow night at Captain Joe's Restaurant. The guest speaker for the evening will be Shelby Wilson, current owner of the Samuel Cohen home on Bay Street in Jessup. Mrs. Wilson has done extensive research on Samuel Cohen, who served as a councilman and mayor of Jessup for several terms. Mayor Cohen also owned a retail store located in a Tooten Block building on Walnut Street. Dutch treat meal begins at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. The meeting begins at 7. Everyone's welcome to attend the Historical Society meeting. Emergency Management Agency for Wayne County is hosting an open house this Friday, September 9th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Director Donnie Ray, one of our guests this morning on the Butch and Bob Show, to talk about the event and invite everyone to come see what the EMA agency is all about. Center located at 155 North Wayne Street behind the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, and entrances through the E911 Center. Again, everyone welcome to stop in and see firsthand the Emergency Operations Center. Once again, the date September 9th, this Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news, the Grand Slam fishing tournament date has been set for September 17th and 18th. The river's waiting. It's time to get ready to fish in Wayne County. Again, the date September 17th and 18th. Tournament begins that Saturday at 12 noon, continues until Sunday at 12 noon. This year's event, again, features a Grand Slam, will consist of the heaviest weigh-in of one of each of 3 out of 5 species: catfish, mudfish, gar, bass, and panfish. Tournament prizes will be determined by the number of entries. Weigh-in and tournament headquarters, once again, at the JC Fairgrounds at JC Landing. Those fishing in the event can put in anywhere on the Altamont River or fish anywhere they have legal permission to do so, but they must be in line at weigh-in at the fairgrounds by noon Sunday, 12 o'clock, September 18th. Also, fishermen are allowed to Bush hooks per fisherman with hooks clearly tagged and removed prior to weigh-in. Entry fees $50 per fisherman with a minimum of at least 2 paid entries to a boat. Registration forms can be picked up at the Tourism Board's office at the depot, or registration is available online at active.com. Packets also available at JC Landing, Rainier, and Wayne Feed and Seed. Under 16 can fish for free, one youth for one registered adult. Please indicate the age of the youth on the registration form. If you need more information, check out the event website at www.waynetourism.com or call the Tourism Board office at 912-427-3233. There is a link to the active registration site on the tourism webpage. And the Wayne County Board of Tourism Grand Slam Fishing Tournament set for September 17th and 18th, so please register soon. Football team has an open date, but next Friday, September 16th, when they host Statesboro, on that Friday night, the Wayne County School System is going to recognize each school's Teacher of the Year, and announce the Wayne County's Teacher of the Year for the event. The celebration will begin around 7 p.m. Following teachers have been selected as their school's Teacher of the Year at James E. Bacon, Christy Yoder, Jessup Elementary School, Melissa Perkins, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, Haley Fry, Odom Elementary, Andrea Willis, Scriven Elementary, Cretia Ard, Arthur Williams Middle School, Jennifer Townsend, Arthur Bucket Middle School, Jessica Abad, and Wayne County High School, Valerie Roach. And one of those teachers will be named Teacher of the Year next Friday night at JC Stadium. And the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce will be on hand as they want to thank all the educators, current and retirees. They ask you to please stop by their Wayne County Chamber of Commerce tent Friday, September 16th before the game and pick up a treat from the Chamber of Commerce. And speaking of the Chamber of Commerce, they and the Kiwanis Club once again teaming up for the Wayne County Scarecrow Contest 2022, hosted by Jessup Kiwanis Club and Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Entry fees $40. Entry forms are available now. Deadline to enter the contest is Friday, September the 30th. And that's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.